Hallo Leute, willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies. Und letztes Mal haben wir die letzten Endings besorgt, beziehungsweise das letzte Ending bei Theory, das ja, schlechte Ending, was leider nicht so schön war. Es war schlimmer als ich gedacht habe, hab richtig geheult und alles so. Also wenn ihr euch das antun wollt, schaut es euch an, auch wenn natürlich ihr gewarnt sollt sein. Natürlich ist es nicht so leichter, Content zu verarbeiten und alles so, deswegen passt da auf. Aber ja, auf jeden Fall, wir haben das normale Main Game durch jetzt von der Mod Blue Skies, ist an sich abgeschlossen. Aber wir haben hier noch etwas Kleines, was wir können machen, nämlich die Extras. Und ja, ich würde mal sagen, wir beginnen einfach mal mit der Beschreibung, die hier oben steht. Wir wissen, dass manche Spieler enttäuscht sind davon, dass Monika nicht dabei ist. Also sind hier Monika-Szenen, die leider es nicht in die komplette Mod geschafft haben. Und ja, wir haben halt den ersten Teil, dann den zweiten Teil und auch die Sonntagsszene. Ich nehme mal an, dass das hier wahrscheinlich nicht nur über die erste Schulwoche wird ziehen, eben so den Anfang der Monika-Route. Aber sonst so etwas wie Kapitel 2 und 3 werden wir nie etwas erreichen. So. Also ich glaube, so weit wird es nicht kommen. Aber ich würde sagen, wir beginnen einfach mal mit Monikas First Exclusive. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich jetzt pro Folge einen diesen Teil mache oder nicht. Ich weiß da nicht, wie groß die sind. Aber ja, ich würde sagen, wir legen mal los. Monikas First Exclusive. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was wir hier zu sehen bekommen. So, I guess that everyone already has their pre-established routines here. I kinda like to talk to someone, but I wouldn't want to bother anyone either. It's always a bit hard to fit in with a group that's been together a while, at least when you first try to join. The difference between the levels of familiarity usually make things a bit awkward. Although I can't complain much, these girls have been far more welcoming than they need to be. Plus, I sneak peek over at Monika and Sayre, who are still talking animatedly. Sayre is chatting on, waving arms around energetically to make some sort of point. Meanwhile, Monika looks on with a thoughtful expression. I catch a few snippets of their conversation. Probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. I guess the Literature Club really doesn't have too much going on for it at the moment. But then I always been part of the Go Home Club myself, so I can't speak much about it. It's truly a stroke of luck that the one club I managed to join had Monika presiding over it. To be fair, she's way out of my league, but it doesn't hurt to get to hang around second year's idol. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think anyone really knew that she was the president of the Literature Club, myself included. Which is kind of strange, considering how she's always been at the forefront of all of her activities. I'm pretty sure that she's the captain of the girls' tennis team, and she said yesterday she was the president of the debate club last year. Jeez, I just realized, president of a huge and active club as a first year. Only Monika could pull something like that off. But then she quit the debate club for this one. I guess she didn't publicize it on purpose to avoid anyone joining the club just to hang around her. Not a bad idea, even though this club just barely makes the cut off in its number of members. Each and every one of these girls is enthusiastic about literature. Quality over quantity, after all. Just goes to show Monika's truly passionate about this club. Wait, I'm one of those members now. Gotta step up my game. That is, if I had one. Speaking of games, I put my phone off my bag and turned it on, looking around to check if anyone's paying attention. They're all absurd in whatever they're doing. Good. Now I can check my game for the daily rewards, maybe even finish a quest or two while I've got nothing to do. I really should be doing something literature related, but well, to be fair, this is like half visual novel, half RPG. Emphasis on the novel part, that's literature enough, right? I'll just do something productive after one quest. One tiny simple quest. Es sind einfach nur eine kleine Quest sein. Just one. Es sind mehrere. Just one more arc level to slay. Then I'll have enough skins to finish this godforsaken fetch quest and have the horns for the chapter quest down the line. Plus I got some demon eyes from all that senseless killing. All the crafting possibilities that opens. I said that there used to be more arc devils that used to be more other arc devils that spawned in this area though. Don't tell me we're hunting them to extinction or something. I'll just wait for a bit for them to respawn, I guess. Or maybe I should switch over to my main account and trade for those last skins I need on this account. Kazuma. I jumped and guiltily looked around. A lot of time seems to have to pass, enough that Monika and Sayre have apparently finished the conversation. I really have no self-control, do I? Hey Monika. What's up? I thought you joined this club to get a literature, not play games on your phone. Jeez, I'm not trying to be your mom, but you need some discipline. Yeah. So I just cut carbon in it. It's sort of addicting. I mean, they kind of designed the game to be addicting, so... Excuses, excuses. She probably thinks that I'm some kind of no-life otaku now. Not that she'd be wrong, but... Well, if you're not going to be doing anything constructive with your time right now, why don't you help me out? I got a ton of work to do today, and I'll really appreciate it. Having to do work is so bad payoff for getting to see Monika's irresistible smile. Besides, I'm not doing anything anyway. My game can wait. Probably. Sure thing. What do you need me to do? As I say that, I stand up and stretch, wincing as my legs tingle from pins and needles. Well, for one thing, could you hold these papers for me while I get out my laptop? I nod, and she hands me a thick sheaf of papers. Oh man, I really don't envy her position. She must have to do so much paperwork. Monika sits down in the seat next to me, pulling a sleek silver laptop out of her school bag. Huh, I thought that laptops weren't allowed to be used in school buildings. Normally they aren't, but I talked to my teachers and they gave me the permission to use it after I provide proof that they could trust me with it. It really does make work a lot more efficient, you know. Man, you really aren't a normal high school student, are you? It's just a matter of setting a good precedent for yourself in the teacher's eyes. Anyway, you not want to talk. You're not allowed to use cell phones in school buildings either. I mean, can you say that's the rule broken when there's no one around to enforce the rules? That doesn't even make sense. You know, like the tree falling down when no one's around to hear it thing. Monika gives me a stern expression at first, but I quickly breaks down with a giggle. It's no wonder that you never got into literature, Kazuma, given the amount of time you spent playing around. Hey, I do some work. Sometimes. You know what they say. Always hire laser people, because they'll finish what they have to do in the quickest and most efficient way possible. Or something like that. You see, that's why you don't get these privileges. You have to work hard to earn the things you want. A sigh escapes from her lips as she powers on her laptop. I have to admit, working hard isn't all that fun though. Don't you ever do random things in your free time? Like any hobbies, besides tennis I mean? A hint of blush slowly develops on her face. Like what? Sorry, I forgot that you probably don't have a lot of downtime. But yeah, things like playing video games, watching shows, drawing. Oh, reading too. Anything that acts as stress relief. I mean, I have to say reading and writing then, given that I'm leading the school literature club. And I'm playing the piano as well. Well, those hobbies are pretty fitting for a top student. I sneak a peek at Monika's laptop screen once she's logged in. The background looks like a default one, with sorts of gentle blues and greens filling the screen. There aren't many icons, just the typical internet and productivity ones. Child addict. There's a single folder labeled school, breaking up the default icons. Suffice to say, her desktop is exceedingly sparse. You don't use your laptop much, huh? Not really, mostly just for schoolwork and things like that. I'm basically the total opposite. I can spend hours surfing the internet. An almost wistful expression appears on her face. You don't have much going on for you, do you? In terms of schoolwork and clubs and stuff, I guess not. Which is another reason why I'm glad that I'm in the literature club. Why I'm in the literature club now. It's stopping me from just whiling the days away. It gives me a purpose. I'm really glad for that, Kazuma. A gentle smile just melts my heart. To think that my efforts could be such a good influence. Not that I'm trying to go on an e-book or anything, of course. It's just nice to see benefits of my work. Don't worry, I get what you're saying. But you can't just work all day, you know. That much stress could start impacting your health. That's true. She sighs again, and heavier sigh than that just radiates exhaustion. But what am I supposed to do? I can tell if there's a lot going on. Well, let's just take it one step at a time, starting now. Ridic? You can take a break right now. After all, it's a club allocated time anyway. Come on, you're supposed to be doing club activities anyway, not work. Well, she gives you a doubtful look and plays with the ends of a strand of her hair. Alright, I'll guess you're right. What do you want to do then? Even though she's supposed to be taking a break now, Monika looks pretty miserable at the thought of not working. Is she really that much of a workaholic? Hopefully I can cheer her up. Laptop's from a pretty good brand, but I'm guessing you've never played games on it. That's right. Are there any types of games you like playing? I'm not really into games. Well, what's the last game you played? I never played any video games before. What? Really? You think I lie about it? Oh crap, she seems kind of annoyed now. So it's just that video games are such a huge part of my life that it's kind of a shocker to realize that it's not a part of everyone's life. Monika sighs yet again. I wonder how many times I'm going to make her sigh today. But you never played any type of video game before in your life? No arcade game or virtual pets even? I'm afraid not. I just never really had the time to get into them. My parents are kinda strict too, so... I never had to completely introduce anyone to the world of video games before. The prospect of doing so is so exciting, yet frightening. Well, I'm sure that there are a lot of that would suit you. There's a ton of reading intensive and story-driven games out there. There are probably even poetry-related ones too. Monika raised an eyebrow, shooting me a skeptical look. Look, hand over your laptop and I'll show you. Don't worry, I won't break it or anything, I promise. After a slight hesitation, she allows me to take over her laptop. Alright, what to start with? In the end, I settled on downloading an Otome game for her. I haven't played many of those, considering that they're basically dating sims geared toward women, but Monika might get a kick out of it. It's a fairly silly one, where instead of guys, you date cats. Not even animated cats, just regular old cats. I load the game and watch Monika's expression change to one of bewilderment as a glittery relevant until the screen featuring photos of cats fills the laptop's display. A gentle tinkling melody sounds from the laptop speakers. Neko full boyfriend? I grin at her and begin the game. What I just get myself into. Something extremely fun and life-changing, obviously. As we read through the opening dialogue, I notice Monika's expression slowly relaxing. A sparkle appears in her eyes as the comedy and absurdity of the game starts to get to her. She even starts chuckling at some lines, although I can tell that she's trying to express it. But as we continue, I realize that she's nearly leaning out of her seat to look at the laptop on my desk. Yeah, let's move our desk together so that's easy for you to see. Ah, good idea. I set my desk up to Monika's, move the laptop so that it's between the two of us. By the way, I always played through this game already, so you can progress the text yourself now. Das ist cool, dass man so Dinger bekommt. Okay. Sehr cool. Das, sieht natürlich noch nicht abgeschossen aus, aber okay, gut zu wissen, dass es aber ein paar so Ideen gab. Sehr cool. Besides, you probably read way faster than I do. Thanks, Kazuma. That's pretty thoughtful of you. Now that we're sitting so close together, we're practically pressed up against each other. I can't help but think about how warm she feels against me. Seeing a peek at her face, it doesn't seem like she's realized the situation we're in. Or maybe she's just used to it. After all, it wouldn't be surprising if she had a lot of experience with love. In fact, there are plenty of guys who would kill to be in my position right now. Ich nehme an, Monika hat wahrscheinlich noch nie eine Beziehung auch aber gehabt, weil sie einfach sich so unter Stress setzt und alles so wegen den Eltern und halt Top-8, also Top-Studenten sind alle so. So maybe it's totally normal for her. Come to think that this might be totally normal in general. Maybe I've just been so isolating myself from everyone so much that I've been missing out on regular high school life. I really don't want to end up homeless and kissless high school graduate. But is it really possible that someone could like me in that way? Well, I should probably just focus on here and now instead of thinking about expressing things like that. At any rate, Monika's doing that right now. She's completely absorbed in the game. What is this choice? How am I supposed to choose between Yuta and Sakuto? I'm really glad that she's enjoying this. I don't know what I've done if she ended up hating all video games. Just goes to show seeming perfectly students are people too. You know, when you suggested that we play video games together, I didn't expect you to show me a weird dating thing. Hey, I thought that a visual novel would be a good way for you to dip your toes in the waters of gaming. It's funny too, and I figured that the humor could help with your distress. Well, you figured correctly, because this is actually really funny. Anyway, more importantly, whose road are you going after? Like, who do you want to put romance? They're not real people, so it's kind of hard to say. Just present that they're real people. Well, I think that I have to pick Kazuchi. He's really kind-hearted, and it seems like he's the type to listen without holding any judgments. He's gentle, yet strong and reliable, so you get a feel of comfort for him. Not to mention, he's really smart too. So I'm guessing that's his type then? Monika's cheeks finally reddened by words. Wouldn't you like to know? Anyway, you have good taste. His writer's pretty interesting. Hey, don't you spoil anything. Oh, wait, alright. Just watch out for all the flags then. Flags? Yep, there are lines and lines of dialogue that have heavy foreshadowing. For instance, if Kachi told you something like, "You'll never leave me, will you?" That might be a death flag. Or at least something will probably happen in the future to separate the two of you. I see. You'll never leave me, will you, Kazuma? Aha. Das war eine sehr interessante Line. Was vielleicht auch war, um zu teasen, weil wir wissen, dass Monika sehr gerne teast. Oder könnte es einfach damit sein, weil Monika noch immer uns hängt, weil sie höchstwahrscheinlich aber noch selbstbewusst ist. Also weiß, dass es ein Spiel ist. Gute Frage. You better watch out for your impending doom now. That's not a line I ever expected to come out of Monika's mouth. That's not how it works anyway. The dev flags power-ups for the person who says the line, not for the player. Or me, I guess. My bad then. That line was really too cheesy though. I could barely keep a straight face while saying it. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if Monika said that kind of thing to me more though. Not a romantic type then. Wouldn't you like to know? Trying to be the mysterious type then, huh? Hey, I'm not a visual novel character, alright? You can't just box a person into an archetype. So you say. Let's just focus on the game again. Oh, sorry, Kazuma. I totally lost track of the time. We should actually get back to sharing poems now. That's right, I forgot about the time as well. I guess that is a mark of how engrossing a game is. The conversation wasn't that bad either. Hey, glad that my word isn't too boring. Honestly though, I'm really happy that you liked the game. Thanks for showing it to me. I need to laugh, and a silly game like that was just perfect. I like to think that I have a good sense of humor, and it's Swelling Hill hit the nail on its head. Does that mean that I have good taste then? Maybe. Well, shall we get going? Monika nods, but then pauses a little. Hey, Kazuma? Sorry that I was a bit short with you before. If I seem irritable sometimes, just know that it's not anyone's fault. It's just easy to get stressed with all the responsibilities I have to deal with. It's fine, really. Everyone has their off days. Oh, thanks. Okay, everyone. Well, let's all share our poems while we still have some time left. I haven't really thought about it until now, but Monika's kind of reserved, isn't she? She's definitely not shy, but I think that she puts a lot of effort into maintaining a certain image. I get the feeling that it might be hard to get to know her true self. Oh, das war's schon. Okay. Das war relativ kurz. Okay. Vielleicht soll ich noch einen zweiten ranhängen? Ich weiß nicht. Okay, wenn man es einfach so, wir nehmen ein Part jeweils dann eben halt für einen Teil. Und das war eben etwas kürzer. Vielleicht wird es länger, ich weiß nicht. Wir sehen das auf jeden Fall dann nächstes Mal. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns im zweiten Teil erwartet. Es ist aber sehr nett zu sehen, wie so die Pläne waren ein bisschen so für Monikas Route. Und was für eine Richtung wir gehen. Jetzt zum Beispiel, dass wir eher die Gaming-Industrie sozusagen zeigen, beziehungsweise was Gaming ist und alles so. Und sie damit beruhigen könnten. Keine Sorge, ich spiele auf jeden Fall mit einem Stift, weil der mir gerade in die Hand geraten ist. Aber okay, ich bin sehr gespannt, was uns im zweiten Teil erwartet und dann noch an der Sonntagsszene. Da bin ich sehr gespannt. Ah ja, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis beim nächsten Mal, wo wir dann den zweiten Teil abschließen und sehen, was uns so erwartet. Ah ja, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis beim nächsten Mal. Tschüss.